Hi, my name is Zoe McCartney, and I'm going to take you through the process of painting a pomegranate with me until I didn't want to paint it anymore. I painted it a total of 4 times, which truly isn't a lot, but I'd spent hours, I was done. So these are the 4 versions I did, and you can definitely see that they improved, but they kind of got a little less interesting. I started with just painting the base colors here. I also want to preface this whole video by saying I'm not a professional digital artist or illustrator. I went to school for art and I majored in animation, and I'm a professional animator. But I've taken a lot of drawing and painting classes, so I have some knowledge, but I am not amazing, and I never really focused on it. So part of the reason I started this YouTube channel was to hold myself a little more accountable to improving. I feel like for so many years I've had the goal, I'm like, this year I'm gonna be so much better at digital painting than I was at the beginning of the year, or like, this year I'm gonna hone in this skill, and I just don't really do it. So I'm pretty happy about the consistency I've had since I started the channel, and I'm hoping that I can improve at least somewhat noticeably. Part of this challenge, I guess you could call it, was to see what I could glean from deciding to stick with painting something until I was somewhat satisfied with it, even if it took me several versions. And I think I accomplished something in there. They definitely got better. Oh, look, it's my cat. He's so cute. He wanted to be, oh, he got a little scared. He wanted to be here with me for this pomegranate. So I'm just painting the color of the branch here, just this warm brown, and we're gonna get into the first version now. I sped it up because it took, I don't even know, it took a while. I wasn't gonna do this real time. This would be an exorbitantly long video, like 3 hours, 4 hours maybe, I don't know. So I'm just laying down bases of color for like the shadows and the highlight. You'll see I don't know what I'm doing for the highlight in this first version especially, but I kind of like that pink bounce light that I put here that I wish I kept throughout the versions I did. It doesn't really make a reappearance in the cool way that it should. I don't really know what I'm doing with the colors. I'm trying. And then I just do this orange blob thing. And then I paint around it. It doesn't look amazing. It looks pretty bad, honestly. And that's when I decided to scrap it all and do it again. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna add in some colors for the leaves, for a little shading, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so that's the first version. It's not great. I'll be the first to admit. I also redid the leaves because I thought that they were not really what I wanted either, so I was like, might as well have a fresh canvas. so to speak. And then, so for this version, I wanted it to be a little bit more red. The other one was a little too pink for me, I guess. Throughout, I make it less and less pink. I think I was looking at the photo of that pomegranate maybe a bit much, and I was like, no, there's not really any pink in there. I need to learn to add in a little color that I like instead of staying so true to the color of the ref. So I'm just adding in this highlight. I don't really know what I'm doing again. I didn't like it, so I painted over it, and then add a little more orange. But the colors look a little muddy here, honestly. And I think it's maybe better than the first version, but I still am kind of unsure about what I'm doing. As you can tell, I'm just fiddling with the highlights. The highlight is the bane of my existence in this whole pomegranate study challenge. It gets better, but it doesn't get to be to the point where I like it. It gets to be the point where I'm okay with it for now. And then, you know, you can see here I'm just adding more color to the leaves. And I can't say more is better. I'm just adding more color. A little more yellow to the leaves. I don't know, it looks okay. I kind of keep these leaves more or less like this for the other two versions. And then I'm adding a highlight to the branch, a little pink. Hey, there's some pink. I think the highlight looks all right on the branch, honestly. And look, so I had this texture of the Eagle Hawk brush, as you can see, and I kind of wish that for the next versions I don't have this Eagle Hawk brush texture, but I do. Next study I do, I think I will not do that again. I feel like it was a little bit of a crutch. I just thought it looked cool though, but I don't think I'll do it again. Just adding in the shadows again. They've become less purple. I just take out the blues generally as these versions go on. It's not really a conscious thing. I think I was not thinking enough about keeping in some of the blues. Here again, we have this highlight. It doesn't look, it looks like teeth right now. It's kind of weird. Doesn't look amazing. So I'm like painting it, painting over it, and then I'm adding colors to the other sides to kind of just look at something else for a moment. And it's looking okay now. It's looking okay, I guess. Not amazing. Looks alright from afar. So that's the third version. That's the third version, right? Yeah, it's the third version. And then I'm painting over it again, and here we go at an attempt at the fourth version. Additionally, I think that the whole thing suffers from the leaves being too saturated. I made the colors too bright, and I should have made them a bit more muted. And look at that beautiful pink bounce light that I don't keep. Yeah, so I'm just trying to add a little bit more shape with the color here as well, because I think the previous versions had color, but not like a shape, if that makes sense. So I'm just with the different colors, I'm just trying to hint at that a little bit more and figure out this highlight, because I think the previous highlights maybe were too big. So I was like, okay, each time you can see that my highlight gets smaller because it's just this big blob of darkness that I didn't like. I've taken lots of art classes throughout my life and in college and then after, and one thing that they talk about is how when you want something to stand out, you should put the most contrast there, maybe the most detail there. And here I didn't do that. I just kind of like put a lot everywhere, and I really should have made the leaves be more, pushed them more towards the back by giving them just less overall, just less. And then I kind of had a fifth version, but I'll include it in the fourth because I didn't like color over anything. So I had like 4 to 5 versions, but I just wanted to add a little bit more shape with the color because I just wasn't super into that previous one being my final version. I'm just trying a few things, seeing where I can add a little bit more shadow, how I can fix this darn highlight, and it looks better. I'm just trying here. So we're getting towards the end of this final version, the 4th version, the 5th version. I enjoyed doing these different iterations of painting the same thing. I think I learned some valuable things, some things I don't want to do anymore, and maybe some things I want to do again. But let me know if you have any tips for me. I would love to hear them. And did you like this voiceover or not? Because I just thought it'd be much easier to describe my thought process like this rather than in text. Also, let me know down below which is your favorite or least favorite, or if you just didn't like any of them, that's okay too. I don't love any of them, so no hard feelings if you don't either. And if you made it to the end, wow, you are amazing. Please consider liking and subscribing if you feel like it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!